Hi everyone, Ben here with my update on my project. So what I want to show you is the website that I've been building the past couple weeks. Um, so what I had to do is really kind of come up with a name for it. So as of right now, I'm calling it the Student Affairs Technology Solutions website, since the goal is to help provide technology solutions for those in the higher ed student affairs field. It just seemed like a fitting name. I feel like it might be a little bit long, but for right now, that's what I've got. So what I wanted to do was make the different sections of the website and then kind of start filling in some stuff later. Um, I'll be honest, as I've been doing this, I realized I may have bit off almost more than I can chew, but I'm pretty confident that I can get this into at least a working form and then have a pretty good framework by the end of this. So as you can see, we're using WordPress, which for those of you that have been blogging in WordPress, we might be a little bit familiar with it. For those that not, it's a pretty good content management system. I'm using it basically as a blog, but with a bunch of added pages and menus, that sort of thing. So as you can see, this is the home page. So we don't start in the blog page, but we start on the home page for it. And you can see over here is a menu. And then we have the, again, kind of some drop-down menus up top. This is an education theme. This is a free theme that you can kind of use to almost as if it's a skin for your page. So as you can see here, this is the home page. We have an about section, which we need to fill in some stuff later. I need to fill that in. After that, we have the blogs and podcasts area. So this is where really I just wanted some proof of concept stuff. So any new posts that I do would get added in here. As you can see, I did. This is a test podcast in here that works nicely. This is hosted on SoundCloud, which is kind of like a YouTube for audio. And there's a place where I'll be able to put a logo in, and then you can just sort of hit play. This is just a quick test of some equipment. And then I did a YouTube. This is one of the YouTube videos from class actually that I wanted to put in there. Just again, just proof of concept that it works. This would also be a good place to post articles and any other content that would sort of be a weekly content update. After that, I have a menu here for software solutions. Now, this would be the section of the website where essentially I would be providing software reviews as well as just areas where you can get information on available products that are out there. And the goal would be that I would be able to help departments, student affairs departments, decide what sort of software they need. A lot of the information that's out there is not very good. You have to go directly to the companies and they kind of hide it away. It's very hard to find. So this would kind of be a good clearinghouse of the different products that are out there and how good they are. So you can see I've broken it down for right now into three different categories: card access, housing software, student conduct software. So if you go, then there will be a page for each one. And my goal here is to have a kind of a standardized format for it. So when you click on each one, you would be able to see the program itself, who it's made by, the schools that actually use the program as well, some screenshots of the program, and then some you know, reviews of it, what the users say about it, positives and negatives, potentially cost, which is always hard to find as well. Some of these programs cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, so trying to get that information can be difficult. So again, this is all information obviously that I need to really just spend time filling in the blanks here. The other area is the staff training resources. So one thing I found is that folks in the higher ed student affairs field are not exactly very tech savvy. And the technology that they need is very simple, and it needs to be used in a very specific way. And I've actually done a lot of technical training for the schools I've worked at in the past, so it makes sense that I just kind of take some of those resources and post them into a nice place online where other universities can access them. So the goal here, again, I would have an area with Excel tutorials, an area that talks about mail merging, Outlook tips and tricks, social media for higher education. So these would all be places you can go to download good resources that you can share with your staff. Um, I think the biggest area, I mean, aside from filling in some of this stuff, for the staff resource area, I think it makes sense to have right on the main page of it an area where you could actually request resources. So if you're looking for something to share with your staff, and an area where you can put in a request to have a resource actually made for you, and that's something that I would be able to make and then share in the website and put out there. Um, One thing I don't have yet up here in the upper right would be an area for social media. So think Twitter. I'm probably going to stay away from Facebook, to be honest, but I was thinking a Twitter account, a LinkedIn account, sort of more professional areas, and then I can use that to link to other student affairs social media accounts and try and get the site out there a bit. For the podcasting area and the blog area, this would, again, obviously, I'm not going to post things like the dog movie, but I will be able to post blogs, articles, and the biggest thing that I'm going to be doing is the podcasting, which is kind of how this all started. I have a couple folks that I work with that are interested in co-hosting the first episode, so we're going to be doing some recordings next week, and my hope is that in about a week, week and a half or so, I'll actually have the first episode up. And the goal would be that they be about 10 minutes in length, nothing too long, but the first one is going to be a software review and an interview with a software company that I did a couple weeks ago. So the goal would be then that in the software solutions area, when you go to the page about that, you can learn about the program, and then you can link back to, hey, season one, episode one focused on that. So you can go back to that page and listen to a podcast about that software. So that's kind of where I am right now. Appreciate any feedback or your thoughts. You can actually check it out if you want. It is online. It's viewable to the public at the moment. You can't search for it on Google, but it is viewable. So it's Student Affairs Technology Solutions.wordpress.com. So again, Student Affairs Technology Solutions.wordpress.com. Go and check it out. I'm going to be working on it with spring break coming up. I'm excited because that gives me a chance to not have to work as much as I usually do, and that should give me a chance to really get in here and start writing some of these sections. I need to do a lot of copywriting to fill some of this in, as well as add some of the resources, and then get episode one out there. So yeah, hopefully you like what I've done so far, and I appreciate your feedback.